Say something.
Test.
All right, that's good. All right, say something again.
Test.
All
Testing,
right.
testing, test.
All right. All right. All right. All right. I need to go over to my stream on the um, YouTube side of things and take a look at it.
That's fair. I've got my IES
So
running
yeah,
now.
say something.
No, I don't want to. Make me. Jesus. You suck.
All right, so I got to turn you up. So I got to go ahead and into Monopoly and turn that down while we get this done.
Yeah, I'm working on my scene collection settings as well.
Oh, it's not gonna let me press and hold it. That's oh, there we go. There we go. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I gotta do this. That I can turn up the entire thing because I forgot to separate it so Discord has its own audio set,
Yeah.
which like I know is like stream fail number fucking one.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
I don't know what software you're using, but that's like hardcore stream. Hardcore stream
OBS.
failure. Yeah. You don't have it like that. That's hardcore stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
But yeah, no. So it still says you're streaming Diablo 5.
Oh, I'm just doing test stuff right now.
I
So I haven't actually put anything.
okay.
There we go now. I'm gonna say something.
Yeah.
There we go.
But yeah, let's get the desktop audio higher.
Yeah, and you're getting turned down because you were louder than me.
Yeah. I don't know how loud you're gonna be on this, but like as long as we're not talking over each other, it should be fine.
That's what yeah, that's what I just set up, so we're both about the same volume.
Hmm. I don't have the energy to care. It's like 11 at night. I'm in Florida, so like I have the hurricane stuff to worry about. And it's like my brain's already scattered from that, and we got a little bit into this, and like that's we just started talking about the streaming of like we could really make a like get an hour or two out of this easily if I don't just pass out, which I've done on stream before. I've passed out on stream easily.
No, that's very fair though. Like,
All right.
oh Jesus, Monopoly is loud. Okay,
Yeah.
now that I'm in the game, Monopoly is loud.
Yeah. That. Yeah.
Like, Jesus, I was in the loading screen of Monopoly, and holy shit,
No games
talk about
available. Would you like
loud.
to create your own session? Yes. I would love to create my own session. That's what I was trying to do. Because I'm a bitch. Also, I'm taking the cat token.
You would. You look like you would.
Oh, yeah, I guess because I would.
Yeah, because you suck.
Yeah. Suck dick.
Yeah, you do.
Hey. Oh, I'm going to ask politely.
I'm gonna edit my stream and then restart it. All right, now the ultimate question is, what do I title the stream?
I mean, I titled it Existential Monopoly because I know we're going to be getting into some, like, extreme topics. It's
Monopoly
also,
Crisis.
yeah. Also, you got invited, so hurry the fuck up.
Make me. Fuck.
Oh, I will. But yeah, no, and it's like some people can't work a normal job and like others can. Like we talked a little bit about that earlier, and it's just like especially with the people on the autistic spectrum, it's either they're going to work hard and they're going to be some of the hardest workers you will ever see, or they're just unable to hold normal 9 to 5 jobs.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really. I mean, technically, I guess because it is set scheduled as technically 9 to 5, but
It's the standard thing of like 9 to 5. On the technicality scale, it's 9 to 5.
only by technicality. But what I actually do, it's work at your own pace,
Yeah,
so it's a lot easier.
and it's like that's the thing is like I'm in that point of like, am I possibly just not able to hold a regular job the way I think I can?
That's understandable.
Because like I can do this, and I used to do like 7 hour streams every day, and the only reason I got burnt out is because it was always Breath of the Wild for an entire month. I'm sorry, but when you do Breath of the Wild for 30 days in a row, not modded or anything, just straight Breath of the Wild, there's only so much you can do to stretch that out at like 5 6 hour streams the entire time.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Plus,
hey, I got 7. Hallelujah. Oh, that's a
you
fucking
suck.
chance. Never mind. Fuck this. Oh.
Oh, you dick. You suck. And you just got that for free. You suck.
Get fucked, bitch.
I hope you know that. You suck. Hardcore. Because you just got that for free.
And yeah, it's
Fucking pass go and then buy it. What bullshit is this?
hell yeah.
Take my doubles.
Yeah, you cheat with the doubles.
How the hell do you even spell existential?
I don't know. I think I'm 90% sure I misspelt it and I don't care.
I'm trying
But
to
yeah.
add the tags.
But yeah, no, it's really frustrating when it's like, oh, you're not working a normal job. You must be lazy. Jesus, what the? Why are the dice so enlarged? What the hell?
That's a great question. Why are they? Are they enlarged for you or?
I enlarge a lot of things, but
I mean,
but that's the thing is like I could also probably do like stand up comedy, and I kind of want to get into that as well because like, yeah, and it's like
yeah,
unfortunately I'm at that point where like I haven't lived, and like this that's what makes like this part of it. Also, you should draw the card, but like that's what makes this part of it is like trying to make doing like the streaming or the YouTube thing into a career so difficult is it's that well I haven't lived much life.
yeah, that's understandable. Oh yeah, my tags are English Monopoly Plus, Crisis, Existential Dread, Existential Questions, Existential Discussion.
Yeah.
We are gonna set a mature rating on this because
Yeah.
I have no clue what this is gonna end into.
Oh well, no. I plan on getting into some like deep, heavy topics, so like that's probably for the best.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know how bad it's gonna get, so I just
This is
into it.
me. No, this is like me not having a filter. Like I have some filters on just because like basic human decency shit, but
Other than that, yeah. All
yeah,
right, looks like.
it's also like
Can you check my stream really quick and see what it says I'm playing?
yeah. Give me one moment.
All right, because I might need to restart it to get the to update.
It still says Diablo,
Oh,
but
that's great. Yeah. All right, that should be better.
yeah. But yeah, and that's the
I don't
thing
know
is
if you got the
like
notification, but
yeah, I did. I was also looking at it as it updated. But yeah, no. It's also that I don't know. It's just like it's a lot of my self worth ended up being tied to how I'm doing in school or how I'm doing in my life or jobs.
Yeah, I get that. Because it's always
And
the theory of like, oh, well, you're doing great at work, so that means that you're, you know,
doing
doing
great.
great at life kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that's not always the case, and it seems like it's just a stereotype
But it's also like,
anymore that if you don't
because
have
like,
great grades or you don't have everything, you're shit.
or you're like just not trying. And it's like
Yeah.
what a lot of people don't see, and like this is the thing that like I know a lot of people have talked about, but it's important to talk about just in general. Um, a lot of people don't think of like, oh, this person just isn't able to do these things, they must be lazy.
Yeah, they
When
think of it
in
more as
when
when
in
it should
rea-
really be thought about as you cannot physically do it. So why
yeah,
push?
but it's also that like we've seen the effects that even AI has looked at the jobs that I like the job that I'm doing, and AI worked the job, like an advanced AI that could do evolutionary thinking, worked the job, and after like 6 hours, it turned itself off, thinking that
Yeah,
if
it
this
pretty
is
much
what life
said no.
is, it's meaningless, and like that's something that I don't think that like a lot of people realize is like this job is these jobs that we're working aren't easy to do. They're not like my job isn't hard. It's a matter of it being mentally taxing because I work on the phone. So a lot of the times people will just think it's like a mix of people. Like some people will think there's a person on the other end of this phone and they're like, I don't mean to take this out on you, but I just need to talk to someone. And it's like for those ones, I can sit there and just talk to them for 10, 20 minutes and not worry. I know that they just need to talk.
Yeah,
But it's
unfortunately, I get the people that are just mad because everything's broke and they think that it's my fault that I broke their
yeah.
shit. It's like, yeah, I pushed the update, but I didn't break it. Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
And then they get mad when you can't fix it. It's like,
Yeah. And it's like, hey,
not every,
but
yeah, it's like
yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. Not everything could be, not everything is as simple as just fix it.
Yeah.
That's what makes the phone job so difficult is you're not there to physically look at them and say, listen, this is gonna take a minute.
Mm.
It's gonna take a bit, kind of thing. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Damn. But
Of course
yeah.
I would.
Um like I have so many things I want to do and it's like I love doing my videos and like editing them. It's just a matter of like taking the time to sit down and do that is so difficult and draining.
Yeah.
And it's like
I understand that.
it's also like I don't think that's son of a bitch. Um
Damn.
and that's one thing like to kind of get very off topic of that of like jobs and such for like transition into that and speaking of transition uh, it's very much a thing where it's my voice is one that people call me sir over the phone and it's like I wish they could see me because they would see me sitting here with giant tits in a skirt and it's like sir no and that would make me happy. But it's just like I can't.
You're gonna have a GameStop moment. It's not sir, it's ma'am.
Oh God, no, I'm
You
not
for a
that
GameStop
crazy.
moment. Although I would pay to see that happen. I would pay to watch that. I'm not gonna lie.
That's true. Son of a bitch.
To see you have like a full on GameStop. It's not sir, it's ma'am. Ah, really?
Oh
Really?
man. Yeah.
Ah, man, you suck. Lying on my damn railroads. You know those are mine.
What's mine
Shoot
is
me with a
your.
button.
Wait. What's yours is mine. What's mine is mine.
Oh, dick.
And that's the thing is like when it comes to just like YouTube in general.
Oh, you
It,
motherfucker.
it's very much a thing of like I don't feel like I've lived enough life to be able to have something to say yet. And that's one thing that Matt Pat from Game Theories even said is like these people that are joining it at like 16, 17, 18 years old haven't lived their lives at all.
Well,
And
see, and then you look at that theory, and then you look at the same thing where you can apply that theory to like a musical artist. And
right.
you know, when you start looking at that theory and you apply it to
The
everything
ever
to where it
expanding everything
should,
out.
which is how it should work. We look at that, and then you see like Billie Eilish. She
Right.
started getting mainstream towards the age of 15. At
Yeah.
15, she was at almost 400,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's for a 15-year-old,
And
you
then she
know.
was able to start doing
It's
tours and such, so she got the chance to live a little bit as well. And like travel and
and
stuff.
which is like crazy to think about, you know. Everybody just wants to say that it's a kids, but then they don't look at the actual factors of
Right.
some of these kids have been out on tours, traveled the world before they even turned 16.
And like some of those kids, and MatPat's even gone into that, is like the kids that have that opportunity lived a bit. They have that culture. They have things they can talk about other than, oh, hey, I had this boring office job I went to. And it's very much, YouTube is very much a comedian's job too.
Yeah.
Because
That's
like the
why, I mean, you look at
vloggers,
towards the beginning of YouTube,
yeah.
you used to see a lot of the like Vine style videos,
Hmm.
like Vine compilations and stuff were really popular. And I mean,
Well,
even
that
now, like TikTok
TikTok
compilations.
compilations, yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, Vine compilations used to be the same way when, you know,
Yeah, but
that
it's
was a
also
thing
like the
still.
Vine compilations wasn't even Gen 1 or 2 of YouTube. It was Gen 3. It was after things had gotten established, and after that, we got monetization, and it was like almost instantaneously.
But even then, you still look at monetization and it's kind of shit on
Oh
YouTube,
yeah.
if we're
Oh,
being quite honest.
entirely. Oh, entirely.
Like, if
Thanks
we
for the money.
compare that to Twitch monetization, yeah, suck my
Mm,
dick. When you compare it
gladly.
to something like Twitch monetization, you see this gap, and it's
Yeah.
such a wide gap between how well it's monetized on Twitch versus how shitty it's on YouTube, because Twitch
Yeah.
doesn't take nearly as much of the profits.
No. But it's also that like when it comes to YouTube, it's like okay, your video's gotten to the point where now you can be monetized. They'll push your content a lot better. Whereas Twitch, it's like you could get lost in the shuffle like that. With YouTube, once you break through that, you start climbing faster. And once you break through that one spot is when you get monetization. So, and that's also when they'll actually allow ad companies to start saying, "Hey, you can now offer this person money." They are showing that A, they're uploading, enough that and people are wanting to watch this content. So it's like YouTube is more of a stable platform, whereas Twitch, like YouTube has had its up and downs, but it still stays the mega platform it is. Because I mean, think about it. All these streaming platforms took after YouTube in a way.
Well, and then we see something, and well, we see things like float plane coming up, which
Mm,
is it's very very similar to YouTube, but they're pushing uh, the agenda to establish less monetization on the
mm,
actual videos themselves, and try to push, subscription based videos
yeah.
to the point where it's okay, you subscribe to this person for, or you subscribe to their company, whether they have several independent
Yeah.
brands underneath of them. You subscribe to, say, one company, and then you get access to all their videos for maybe
Yeah.
what,
A month.
$10 a month?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
and
pay what,
that's another thing
$10
though
a
is
month.
like when it comes to YouTube is like you can't just treat it like it's a hobby anymore. It's like, well, I mean, you can, you just won't get far. You have to treat it like a job right off the bat to be able to get anywhere.
And there's a lot of places where, early days,
But it's also the one thing I find interesting about that,
Learn the
and just
hard way that it's more than a hobby if you want to keep relevant.
yeah. Oh, encoding overload! Yay! All praise the shitty computer. All praise the shitty computer.
My God. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
You
how I
really
feel.
would praise the shitty computer.
I have. I've sucked this computer's dick so many times.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I will suck community's chest dick if it keeps giving me $100.
I mean, hey, money is money.
This is the second time that I've gotten $100 from the community chest. Like, I will legitimately give it a blowjob right here and right now if it wants to keep giving me money like that. If it'd
Yeah.
like to give me that money IRL as well,
Hell yeah.
would be good.
But no, it's like all these things, and it's like, and that's one thing I like our generation's really excelled at is like the not giving a fuck anymore about what institutions have been built.
Yeah,
And it's like the
that
only
it really
reason we
is.
feed into them is because we don't have another choice right now, but we are actively fighting it. It's like we look at this and we're like, this is bullshit. We ain't gonna do this.
In some cases, we're completely rebuilding those institutions just because
Right.
we've said screw it. You know, we're not gonna
Like
we're not gonna do this.
the 2 weeks notice is almost entirely gone at this point.
Oh yeah. I think my last job I gave 1 day notice
Yeah.
because it's not legally required that you give 2 weeks notice.
And it's like if they're not going to
There is
respect us enough to like try finding a job in 2 weeks, they don't get that respect. Like it's very much
especially when you're at a company that is known to not respect the 2 weeks notice and try to make you leave earlier. Like the
yeah.
company that I was at, they were known for telling people, okay, you're good to leave at the end of the week that they submitted their 2 weeks notice, whether
Yeah.
that was only a week or 2 days after they submitted it. And it's like, how do you know if you didn't already have a job lined up, what are you going to do?
But it's
Because you
also
just
that
lost
like
how many hours?
but it's also
Because
like
they
one
wanted to
thing
be a
I
dick.
yeah. But it's also like I agree with the point that got made for like that Jordan Howell made about McDonald's and such. Is like McDonald's really did forget their place in society. If that makes any sense. Um, like McDonald's really forgot their place in society when they got rid of the dollar menu because it's like their place in society wasn't amazing quality food. It was food that can be bought on a budget.
It was, I got $20 in my bank account and I'm trying to make this last all week. What can I get for dinner?
Yeah.
Kind of food. That's what,
And
or at
now
least that's
it's
what it
like
used to be.
yeah.
Now it feels like you gotta go, save up to go to McDonald's half the time. It's ridiculous, man. They don't even
Yeah.
have the $1 large drinks anymore.
They bring those back
Like,
periodically.
yeah,
But
but that
they're
used to be
slowly
year
phasing it out.
round.
Yeah. And the one thing that like a lot of people are saying is like back in like 1930, for example, to buy a car it was $980. Now, if you take that to nowadays, that's like maybe $2,000 plus for if a steady rate of inflation had happened. However, the thing I don't think a lot of people consider with that as well, though, is all the new safety features cars have. The fact that the parts are a lot more expensive to maintain now, but at the same
Actually, the parts were
time,
more expensive to produce back then than they are now, which is, I mean, okay, so let's see. If the car was about $950 back in the 1930s,
right?
early 1930s. That means that it's approximately 17,000
Mm. And
adjusted for
now
inflation.
it's like 70,000
Well, no, low end you're looking at 25 to
for a
30,000. That
brand new
950,
car.
yeah, but that 950 would get you a nice brand new car.
Mm. Or even like a house, for example, was like $7,000.
Yeah, which is, and the average yearly income of Americans in the 1930s was around $5,000 for the yearly income.
And that was again because back then it was mostly just the men working,
Yeah, that's not including two people in a household making that money. That's one person
providing
making
for a family of five.
$5,000. Exactly.
So it's like we shouldn't be living in the system we do, and it's why I can't say that I support capitalism. Is because like, well, I do believe a proper system is out there. Communism is not the answer because humans are too greedy to be able to share resources like that.
Yeah, well, and what's crazy is a house bought in 1930 was roughly around $6,000.
Right.
You could get a mortgage for that and have it paid off in less than 2 years. And the inflation has increased by 127%
It's actually higher than
over,
that.
but that's bare minimum. That's
Right.
that's bare minimum when you don't account for all of the individual crashes and ups and downs that happen every
Mm.
month. That
True.
is just straight 1930s to 2010s actually, because we don't have
Yeah.
enough data from 2020 to 2030 to
To say
actually
anything yet.
give that. So this is just going straight from 1930 to 2010. So we're really only looking at about an 80-year time span here. 80
Which
to 90
like
year time.
which like, I also get it though because like of course inflation wasn't going to stay at a steady rate. There was no way it was going to happen with the Great Depression and booming and then a few other recessions. I get that. Things would have had to increase, but not to the point where $15 an hour is unlivable in certain areas. Like, for example, you go to the middle of Tennessee, you're making $15 an hour, you're doing well for yourself. You're okay. Like, yeah, you don't have the brand new things all the time. You're still good. But, like, for example, in Florida, in the Tampa Bay or even Orlando market, if you're on $15 an hour, you better hope your parents are nice enough to let you have a smaller rent.
Yeah, and I mean even this area, you have to be looking at about $20 an hour
Yeah.
to be living comfortably in an apartment. Now you're not buying new things, but that's $20, at least $20 an hour to be living comfortably in this area of greater Cincinnati area. If you wanted to
Yeah.
live downtown, you're looking at having to make around $30 an hour minimum. That's
And
bare
it's like,
minimum
and again, a
to
lot
just
of
get by.
people, and it's also that like there's still a lot of pressure for kids to be able to move out of their house before the age of 25, and it's like it's insane.
Well, and the thing is, those people that are pressuring them to be out of the house before 25, they were able to be out of the house before 25 because they had the luxury of,
Of lower
you
pricings.
know, yeah, not everything cost nearly as much when they
They
were
still have the
growing
dollar
up. A
menu.
car, yeah, well, you could get a car back then. Well, when our parents were around our age, you could get a car back then for a couple $100 and it would run for a couple years. And now for a
Right.
couple $100 you're gonna get a bucket of rust that doesn't even run.
Stop calling my car out.
Hey, I what can I say, man?
If the
What can I
shoe
say?
fits.
Yeah, for real. If it
But
does.
no, but like I'm looking at cars and it's like people are also really greedy about it too. It's like they're trying to sell a 2006 car for like $6,000.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, I can pull up Facebook Marketplace right now and tell you what kind of ridiculousness, even just on Facebook Marketplace, not looking at an actual dealership either, they're trying to push. Let's see. Here I got a great one for you. 1994 Suzuki Katana 600.
That
cc.
car doesn't even go for $3,000 in Kelly Blue Book. I can already tell you that right now.
Well, it's
Also,
not a
you.
car; it's a bike.
Oh, okay. Even
But you
still.
look at this. That car or that bike, new, sold for around 2 to 3 thousand, and this is in 1994. No title, was impounded, doesn't run, no keys, ignition fucked up, 20,000 miles, which is like having 200,000 miles on a car,
Yeah.
and they're wanting $600 for it, and it doesn't run. That you don't have a title. You
You
you have
can't. There's
nothing.
no keys for it either. So like that's.
So you're gonna have to completely rekey the ignition. You're gonna have to
Which
completely rebuild a lot of
rekeying
stuff on
ignition is
this.
expensive.
Yeah, or you're gonna have to get a brand new ignition in general.
Which for a bike means replacing the engine.
Yeah. Okay, well I just found a bike that I might actually buy, but that's another conversation. That might be I might have to go get a loan really quick for this bike. It's pretty nice. But now let's see.
But like that's the thing is like I don't want to look for a car that's gonna break down again in a few months. So it's like I would rather spend a good, you know, 7-8 grand on a car for right now.
Okay, here's a great example.
Also, just got the third
2001.
railroad.
Go suck my dick. Um,
Okay.
so there's a 2001 Ford Focus, right?
Mm.
And it's got almost 200,000 miles on it. Um,
For 2004, that's
battery.
not that bad. And that was like you said what
Well,
2001.
it's a 2001, yeah,
That's
but
pretty
it's got
good then.
almost, but it's got almost 200,000 miles on it. So you don't really want this as a car that you're going to use reliably.
Right.
And it says that it doesn't come with a battery. It says
Mm.
that engine needs some work. Tires are dry rotted, and they want 3,500 for it.
That's insane.
Exactly. You, so it's like when you look at the used car market on just that, and then when you compare that to a dealership, dealerships are almost the same price for almost the same quality. We went to a dealership once just because we were bored and we drove past it. We saw a car that we were in. Yeah, yeah.
You just saw a car that
We
was like,
drove
oh hey,
past.
let's look at this.
Yeah, and it looked great and everything, and then we actually got in it. It turns out the engine was absolute dog shit, but it was like, yeah, $600, but you have to tow it off the lot,
Which is bullshit.
and it doesn't run. So it's like, yeah, for $600 you can have yourself a car, but it's not gonna do shit.
But then paid like
And
four
back
thousand
in
dollars to have to rebuild the engine.
Yeah, back in the early 2000s, you could buy a car for $500-600 and it'll run for a year or two.
Yeah.
And now we look at those numbers and we're like, what the hell do you want me to get for that? Do you want me to get a tire, one singular tire? I mean,
Yeah.
I can do that. I can get one tire. Oh yeah, thanks for that $10, by the way.
You're welcome. I spotted you some. I spotted you one singular chicken nugget for at McDonald's for the like next 5 years.
Hey, that's what it feels like, man. Oh, of course. You know, people will accuse me of cheating for those dice, but
When it comes to
can't
getting
even
out of
roll a
jail. Ugh.
damn pair of doubles when I'm in jail. Jesus fucking Christ. This is I call bullshit in this game. You're cheating.
But yeah, no, it's just one of those things of like life has become really hard in general. And it's
They're
like,
calling
yeah,
it a silent depression.
it's silent because we don't want to talk.
Well, it's because they're not making it as well known as they were back in the 1930s, late 1930s, early 1940s. They were publicizing that stuff. It was all in the newspaper. They made it well known, like, hey, we are in the Great Depression. We
And
compare that to today's market, and that's not shit.
Yeah. Like, if the economy were to collapse today like that, it wouldn't just reshape how people think going forward to reshape the economy. It would completely undo all of the networking and social aspects that we have built.
Oh yeah, it would completely
Just,
demolish
yeah.
also the governments in a
Mm.
lot of cases
Because, like, now there's
because
no faith in them. Like, there's already like, it's also that, like, for things like the American government, support for the system that as it's been built is at an all-time low since the country's foundation.
well, especially with Gen Z starting to hit 18,
Yeah.
we have all, I mean, a lot of people in this generation are pushing. You got to think, there's been one person in this damn generation that has pushed for climate change. The rest of us just want the damn governments to, you know, do their
Not kill
job.
us.
Yeah, like there's been one person, and we had to take her around the world because she was the one that we could find that cared. Greta Thornburg, something like that.
Which, like,
She
I
was
have my
the
own
one.
qualms about that.
Well, I mean, so do I, but that's another topic too.
Yeah. But it's because, like, I don't want to talk about other countries and how they're doing things because I don't know. And I'm not going to speak on
Yeah,
a
we aren't
topic.
in them.
Right. Like, I don't want to speak on something that I literally cannot have any idea for. But when it comes to America, unfortunately, what the situation this election has become is fascists and assholes. I would rather have an asshole in government. It's not what I want, but it's far better than having a fascist.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I would also rather somebody who doesn't have dementia and can and would, isn't falling every other day. But,
But I'd rather have that than Hitler.
I mean, you're not wrong, but like at the same time, there's some times where there's some debates.
Yeah. And, like, the
This
only
could
reason and, like, it sucks that, like, it's akin to calling them the Nazi fascist type people, but, like, this isn't just Americans saying this. This is outside countries looking in and going, what the hell are they doing?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, have you seen the 2024 presidential candidates so far?
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting, to say the least, because I don't think any of them are great.
I
Um,
don't put it past it for this to be America's last real election. And even saying real
yeah,
is subjective at this point.
I mean, I'm even looking at the Republican versus the Democratic field, and it's
Not
man,
good.
there's not some great choices this coming election. I mean, we've got Trump again.
Well,
I
no, he
mean,
actually cannot run anymore. He's been officially convicted.
oh, he has been.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, well. Oh yeah, because he was facing 91 criminal charges across 4 separate cases. Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
Including his efforts
means
over.
which means the next highest up person for that party to run is Ron DeSantis, which when you look at what he's done with Florida, where he has actually talked about disassembling its entire educational system due to them indoctrinating kids to be gay. It's like that's his reasoning behind it, and it's like, no, we're just
I
teaching
mean,
kids that slavery was bad, but now teachers are actually having to tell their students, well, there were some benefits, and it's like, no, there wasn't. They had
no.
free
I mean,
housing, yeah, and they couldn't live.
yeah. Well, and then there's also Mike Pence, who has a pretty decent chance of getting into the docket. But I mean, everybody was during that when they were trying to get Trump out of office. They didn't realize how bad Mike Pence was.
Mm.
Like he was take Trump and add about 20 notches.
Yeah, and that's the thing is
And
like,
that's what people weren't realizing.
and
It wasn't all good.
I don't support the government system as it stands in America because built off of a over 276-year-old doctrine that the founding fathers said needed to be replaced every 19 years to keep updated with the current times and standards of living.
But still haven't been updated since those were written for the most part.
Yeah.
A lot of documents have not been changed at all. And it's kind of gotten to a point where it's a little gonna start getting interesting here soon.
America
If
is
we don't
one
start
of
updating
the
things.
America is one of the only, like, out of like all of the 176 countries of the world, or whatever it is we're up to now, like 216 technically.
Yeah.
America is one of 5 that use its original founding doctrine.
And I wonder what happened to the other 4.
Well, they reformed it so much that it's like, yeah, it's at the backbone of what they do, but it's not driving what they do. It's at the
And then you
backbone,
have us.
but their brain is other places.
And then you have us, where we have an entire, we have an entire court just to interpret that old ass document to figure
Which,
out what
like,
the hell it means, when it should have been replaced a long time
eons
ago.
ago.
Yeah, I mean, in relativity to today's
Yeah.
standards.
And it's like, it has a lot of people going, why don't we just go back to Britain? Like, why don't we just surrender?
I don't think they would take us back at this point.
Oh, no.
Like, if we're being quite honest,
But
I really don't think.
But it makes King George's words that were referenced in Hamilton of "You'll be back, time will tell."
Man, just sent shivers down my spine with that one.
Because again, it wasn't worded like that, but King George even said, "Your institution will crumble one day, and your people will not want to be under you anymore."
Hey, guess what? We're getting there.
Exactly.
We're getting awfully close. Sorry, I'm also looking at at these dockets
Yeah.
for next year. Trying to find the Democratic
Because here's the thing.
Party.
If it was just the people between the ages of 18 to 25 last election, Trump would have won 4 out of the 50 states, and that's it.
Yeah. Let's see. We have Williamson, Kennedy, and Biden on the Democratic Party, and then a shit ton on the Republican Party this year.
Yeah.
Which is gonna be get interesting.
It's
don't
going to be a
know
shit show.
how this is gonna end, man.
Unfortunately,
we're gonna have the Trump riots all over again.
Exactly. And given how bad they were then, it's insane.
I mean, if you, I don't even want to know how bad they're gonna get this time, because that's,
It's terrifying to
bad.
think about.
Yeah, because we have Maureen Williamson. Let's see, she'll be 72. Yeah, because she was unsuccessful in her 2020 campaign. Doesn't surprise me. Because she has been promoting a lot of debunked medical theories, particularly on mental illness.
Oh,
So that's,
God.
again, doesn't make any party look great at this point.
But it's also
because
like when
they're
you look at what the Republicans are saying, is like they're wanting to bring back mental institutions and just forcibly lock people up for being quote unquote crazy. But they could deem that as anyone. Oh, this person is showing symptoms of anxiety. Sure, lock them up. That person's gay, lock them up. Which is literally what was done.
And that's what
in
they
the
used
50s.
to do. Yeah, it used to be, oh, okay, they're gay, lock them up. Or they had a panic attack. Okay, bye, have fun. Have fun at your mental hospital. Or not even, it was a psych ward, essentially, a permanent psych ward. Which did more harm than it did good.
Yeah. It's also like, they would also lock up minorities for the simple fact that they were a minority trying to do good for themselves.
Yep.
And it's like, Family Guy did an epic piece on that mentality where they actually went back in time to that, where it's like Peter got locked up for being fat and trying to talk. Cleveland, a black man trying to speak up and say, hey, this is wrong, what you're doing is wrong, got locked up. Joe, for being a cripple, got locked up. Quagmire was like, hey, do you have any girls you let us have sex with? And he's like, yeah, sure, in the back. You seem like a perfectly reasonable man. When it's like, and the commentary on that is like, in no world is that reasonable. But like back then, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Like they're trying
And
to
that's
bring
when you
back
look at that
these
stuff and it's like, what the
things.
hell?
They're trying to bring back these things that worked then, but didn't actually work then.
They were a permanent solution to a temporary problem that they didn't want to face.
Hmm.
Ooh, that's what's been vibrating this whole time. It was a controller on my floor.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
But no, it's also like, because like the way I grew up, I was so very nice.
Oh, Jesus. Hey, I gotta get out of jail free card, so I'll take it.
But yeah, it's very much like, I was so raised with that mentality of, you got to work and, because I was raised to be that straight white male person by my grandparents instituted that in me. So like I was grew up with that mentality of like, if you're not working and making enough to provide for your family on their own, so your partner never has to work, you're failing. Is basically what it
Yeah.
was. So it was very much a detriment there, and like I still struggle with that because that mentality stays around.
Oh, yeah, and that's what some people don't realize is like when you're raised like that, it's hard to really break that, to say truly break that mentality.
And like that's how I was raised. So it's like I'm sitting here like I can't make enough money to even get out of my own parents' house. How the hell am I going to do that? And like I got to remember, I am A, not the kind of person that does that, but B, I don't have to do it alone.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, there's only one property left on the board.
Yeah, I know.
And I have more than you. Mwahahaha. I have less money, but I have more properties.
Like all it takes is for you to land on my properties over and over and over again, which you've been doing, or landing on the
I
railroad
mean,
5 times for you to go bankrupt.
yeah, but I have so much to rely on at this point, dude. I have so many properties to rely on. And you're more likely to land on my properties than I am to land on yours. I
You were
say as I
saying.
land on yours. Yeah, I
You were
say as I land on
saying.
yours. At least I didn't have to pay to get out of jail.
At least I had the money to pay to get out of jail.
I have the money to pay to get out of jail. Dildo face.
I mean, if you want to sit on
Okay, dildo face.
it.
Oh, fuck. Haha. You have to pay
Ah,
me
yes,
money to.
$6 versus the 100 you had to pay me.
Hey man, sometimes that $6 will makes or breaks a week.
It
I
determines
mean,
a
shit, have
singular
you ever
French
been there?
fry.
It determines whether or not you can get one French fry from McDonald's or not.
No,
My God, have you seen this price of Starbucks compared to Dunkin' too?
I have not
Jesus,
actually, because I can't afford either
ridiculous.
of them.
Okay, so you can get a frozen coffee from Starbucks, a large, for $12, right?
Jesus Christ.
You can get a large frozen coffee, which has more in it, by the way. Um, for, oh, the Jesus fucking Christ. What? You don't own four.
Oh, the thing was, go to Reading Railroad. If it's unowned by you may buy it, but if it is owned, pay the owner double what it's on the amount.
Fuck that, I rage quit, bitch.
I
I
mean, bet if
wish.
you want to let me win.
I wish it was that easy, man. Oh yeah, did you ever look at your phone?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, I didn't know how you wanted to address that on stream, but
That's why I didn't.
Yeah,
Weirdo.
like because I know there's some things
But
that
yeah,
like
I mean, I feel bad for like how my kid is gonna end up being on, like after this economy goes to shit even farther. I feel bad for
yeah,
how he's gonna have to grow up with this economy because you gotta think in 18 years this is not gonna be better
no. See, the thing
at
is that
all.
it's either going to cause so many revolutions that everything's going to fall apart, and he's not even going to know what the hell a dollar even is, or
Yeah,
we're going to end up in a Hunger Games like economy.
which still, I mean, if we
It's
get to
either
that point, I'm going to Canada, man.
yeah,
I
because
don't
it's
give a
either
shit
going.
if this economy starts getting even worse in the US, I'm going somewhere else.
Take me with you.
I mean, yeah, just, let's go. I'm taking 4 people.
Oh,
You,
right.
me, my
Oh, okay.
kid, and Kylo.
That makes sense.
Only because I want him to have his other parent.
Yeah, but it's
I
like
don't
it's
want to just
either
take him to another country. Kind of bullshit.
yeah. Me. But yeah, no, it's either we're gonna end up in a Hunger Games economy or Star Trek economy. Like there is no in between.
What do you mean Star Trek economy? I've never seen that. Like, ever.
Okay, so the way it works in worlds like Star Trek or the Orville is, yeah, okay, everyone gets these basic things like housing that's spacious, access to things like video games and such, and all these nice luxuries for free. But if you want more, like you want that mansion, work your way up and you get it based on respect. Like, oh, you're the captain of a starship. Here you go. You are approved to have these things.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, I could
reputation
see that.
based.
I could honestly see our economy turning into that slowly. I mean, we're already starting to get there. I mean, if we're being quite honest.
How so?
I mean, if you look at, um, this is going to be a horrible example, but
Mm.
how salaries are determined is based off of reputation.
Mm.
And I mean, it really is. Like, you are bottom of the barrel, you're not getting shit, you know? No matter how good you think you are, you're not getting shit. Bottom of the barrel.
I wasn't even playing with
And
this
then,
auction.
yeah, you really just said, nah, 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 man, nah.
We don't play that.
That's fine. You only got one Monopoly. So go suck my dick.
Gladly. But anyway, as like when it comes, I wouldn't say like that's how that works because like that's how like promotions work. It's like, oh yeah, you do all this work, let's promote you. But you still had to get that job, and like if you don't get it, and you were riding on getting that promotion, now you're screwed.
I mean, yeah, but that's how becoming like a star captain works. You have to work your way up to that.
True, but it's not like if you don't get it, you're losing your basic needs like your food and housing or anything. You automatically get
But
that
you can't, I
stuff.
mean, in this world we pretty much are. Like
In the world we live in, yes.
I mean, take away that and you would have almost the exact same thing. Supply the basic needs and you almost have a Star Trek style economy. Hey, kind of crazy to think about.
And like in these worlds,
You
obviously, it's
truly
never
look
like
at it.
fleshed out of like how it would work, but
No, no, it would be something similar. It would never be.
exact one to one. But like that's again, that's why it's science fiction.
Well, I don't know. Hunger Games. That one, I could see it.
That's dystopian fiction.
I could legitimately see that happening, though, man.
Yeah.
Hardcore. I could see that turning into something that we have that becomes a reality. We there starts to be riots and revolutions, and then somebody decides to say, "Oh, hey, we got all this money. Let's make this area the
Bad one, the
prime,
good one.
whatever."
Yeah. It's also like I could also
Yeah,
see
and
like the
then
purge happening, oddly enough.
okay, I mean, yeah, I could see that. I guess Something like that I could see.
Oh. I can already tell you I'm gonna reject this, but like,
Or why? You get boardwalk
but at the same
and the fourth
time,
railroad.
yes. However, at the same time, I can make more money off of having those properties than not having them.
Yeah, but see, then you can have monopolies.
But then you'd have them as
Okay,
well.
shut
Like
up.
if I, like if I can keep you from getting those monopolies, that's even better for me.
And just for that.
And now what happens if you're in on a railroad though? You'll be so screwed.
I'm gonna just fucking like deck out these light blues over here, man. Or something stupid like that. I'm gonna find some stupid property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's also like the way dating has worked in today's modern world as well has really changed.
Oh yeah, I love it when older people are like, "Why don't you guys go out and make real connections anymore at a bar or out at a coffee shop, shit,
But it's
Tinder."
also like, yeah. But it's also like how you and I are doing this now. We're sitting here able to play a video game at any time. Not like does this day work for you or do you have other things going on? It's like, no. Just pop up.
And you're 1,000 miles away. It's not like we have to be right next to each other.
If my thing wants to fucking click, there we go. But yeah, it's like it's also like back in their day, the way to do any of that was to call the house phone, and you have to hope to God that they're able to pick it up in time.
Yeah. And then you got modern day, just I'll text you, reply to me whenever you get a second.
Yeah, but it's also like back in our grandparents' time. I don't think that if they had the devices that we do today, none of our grandparents would have gotten together.
Oh no, I'm sure it would have been vastly different.
And that's one thing that I don't think they think about is like they settled for who they could get in that area.
They didn't settle for who they wanted.
Like
I mean,
I'm
trust
sure
me,
they
I
love
can
each other.
get a lot better than I have. No, no,
Ouch.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I could get a lot in my area, but I wanted what I have now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a lot that's decent in my area if I didn't have access to people all around the country and all around the world.
Yeah. And like that's the thing. It's like I've had people in Australia, Canada, the UK, Germany, not Greenland, Iceland, Norway. I've had people all over the world say, "Hey, if you ever want something, hit us up."
Well, and you know what else is great? If we didn't have the internet, the way that we have it now, I would probably still be with Kyla. Like,
Oh.
if we're being dead, like, because that for me, that was the best that I could get in the area. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's like that was the best that you could get. So that's just kind of what you stuck with.
Right.
You never really tried to find what you truly wanted out of a relationship.
Yeah. It's also with the rise of polyamory where people are like, "Oh, we can do this." It's not a matter of people like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do this to be trendy." It's a matter of people going, "Oh, we can do this."
Yeah, and it's not even like trying to be like, oh yeah, we're just gonna do this to be dicks to older people or whatever. It's literally just why wouldn't why not?
Like I
Also, at
understand
the
the
same time, it's
monogamous
like, why not?
position. Like I understand the monogamous
Yeah.
position as well.
But at the same time, I also see the polyamory position where it's like, well,
Right.
if I can, why not?
It's
Because no
quite
partner is going to be able to fill 100% of your needs.
at most they're going to be able to do 80.
Yeah, and that's at most. So it's like, when you really look at it, that's why a lot of monogamous relationships fail.
Is because they're trying to find that 100% or as close to it as possible.
Yeah, and then
Because
the
like
ones that know that they can't get 100% from their partner but still do monogamous are able to succeed only because of the way that they run that relationship. They
right.
don't run it as, you know, how
How do I
some
get
more
100
traditional. Yeah, there's
when
some more traditional people who are running monogamous relationships as, like
we
you're with me
have to
all the
give
time,
100%?
blah blah blah.
Yeah. But it's like
We have to
that's
give each other 110%. It's okay, you can only give 40, I can give 60.
yeah.
Stuff like that
It's
is
also
how
that
it has
like
to.
when it comes to marriages, divorce, like even as jokes, should never be talked about.
Oh yeah, never as a joke or a threat. I mean,
Like
that's
to your
something you have to
partner.
truly think about before you even bring it up, and it shouldn't be brought up in a moment of anger. It should be brought up in a, I don't want to say scheduled conversation because that sounds wrong, but
It's more of a
almost,
hey, we need to talk. This is where my brain's leading me right now. How can we fix this if there is something to fix or if it's better to walk away?
yeah. It's something where you have a conversation, even if you need to maybe bring in a mediator.
Hmm. Which is couples counseling right there. Which I definitely think that
Well,
like
sometimes it might be the police, but
I do think that like
hey,
you're
I've
welcome.
I've had to bring the police to mediate things sometimes.
But like in my end, like on my end though, like I look at that as like oh, and before I ever get married, I couples counseling before that goes there. I can make sure what pages you're on the same page of before moving forward and finding out oh these pages aren't in the same area, and now I'm stuck here.
Yeah, where it's like, oh, we massively disagree on these things.
And like if it's trivial shit like oh what type of monopoly is the best, that's whatever.
Dog Monopoly. The dog edition, dude. The dog
Yeah,
edition is the best.
hell yeah.
I don't care what you say, the dog edition, bro.
Actually, I have an edition that would be better.
What's that?
Anime edition.
Okay, I
Where
can
for
see
each,
that.
hang on, but with a twist. For each property you land on, you have to watch that entire anime.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Lands on One
Could you
Piece.
imagine
No!
lands on One Piece or Naruto? Jesus
Oh
fuck.
god, yeah.
Like, could you imagine, dude? I mean, something like, uh, let's see, what Demon Slayer wouldn't be bad.
Mm.
That's something you can watch in a day if you
Or
do
even
it
like
right.
Devil as a part timer kind of stuff. But yeah.
Something that's like 1 or 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And it's not like it's hour episodes or anything like some TV shows are.
Yeah.
Fucking SWAT, which I'm watching. I just finished SWAT right now.
Mm.
Um, they are coming out with the next season on Netflix on Friday.
Oh.
Each episode is an hour.
Mm.
It took me like a couple weeks to get through 5 seasons of it.
Damn.
Dude, I
Binge
want them to
watching.
make a Grey's Anatomy Monopoly.
They might actually have that. I don't know.
I kind of want a Grey's Anatomy Monopoly. Like, and then it's like if you own this property, you have to know the reference.
Yeah. If not,
That
you
would be
forfeit the
cool.
property. Like that would be like stupid, and I don't think anyone would actually want to play it like that. But it would be like that
No, but it'd be
stupid
cool.
meme game that like your game takes like 5 years to complete.
Yeah. I'm actually looking up to see if they have that. Grey's Anatomy Monopoly. Somebody made it.
Yeah.
They've made it. It's not like produced by the correct company or anything, but damn. Oh, I found the perfect one. If you ever want to binge watch Monopoly, or not Monopoly, fucking Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, I'm gonna binge watch Monopoly, man.
I mean,
Um,
Game Grumps does have a few episodes now.
yeah.
Thanks for letting on my
If you
property.
ever, you suck.
You blow.
You're welcome. If
Thank
you're
you.
ever like trying to binge watch something like Grey's Anatomy, they have some stuff where it's Grey's Anatomy workouts, right?
Mm.
So every time in an episode they say something like crash cart,
You have to do like
10
five
side crunches.
push-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time that they're in the on-call room or they go to the on-call room, 10 push-ups. A couple argues, 15 crunches, something like that.
Yeah.
Dude, you could get ripped if you were to watch that show start to end, you can get ripped just by watching Grey's Anatomy. Sexually tense elevator, 15
Oh
bridges.
god.
Like a patient lies, 30-second wall sit.
Well, we don't want to kill ourselves.
Dude, like it just someone dies, 15 donkey kicks.
Mm.
Someone brings wine somewhere, 15 burpees.
God.
There's a voiceover, 10 leg lifts. At minimum, you're doing 20 leg lifts an episode.
Yeah.
At minimum. Somebody's holding coffee, you have to drink 8 ounces of water.
Mm.
Bro, you're going to be drinking a lot of water.
But there's still a
Somebody's
thing of like,
pager goes off, 15 high knees. Like, dude, you're going to get, like, ridiculously ripped at some point if you just do that.
of course, it's the one
Oh,
orange property I
really?
have.
Come on, game. And that was the most expensive one, too.
Yep.
My favorite is Someone Cries is 30-second jump rope.
Mm. Just jump roping for like 6 hours. Like, stop this.
Or, or Karev is an ass. 30 calf raises, dude. Like, you're gonna be doing 200-300 calf raises in some of those episodes.
Yeah.
If you do a calf raise every time that Karev is an ass, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Like hardcore. You might die by the end of season 1.
Right.
And they have those for like all kinds of shows. Like they have them for Naruto and everything. It's like,
Oh yeah.
dude, if you're trying to get ripped and watch a show, it's the best way to do it.
It's also like at that point you also have to like limit how many shows you're watching a day too.
I mean, yeah, because if
Like
you're
how many episodes
watching
you're
a
watching a
couple
day.
hundred episodes a day, dude, you're dead. You're gonna kill
Yeah.
yourself. Because when I binge watch shows, if it's something like Naruto where it only has 30-minute episodes, I'll watch like 30, 40 episodes a day minimum.
Yeah.
Or something like Grey's Anatomy, I will watch half a season in a day. Because
It's
I'll
also that like
watch 12 or 13 hours of Grey's Anatomy in a row just for fun.
yeah. But yeah, switching topics a little bit to the LGBT community just a little bit is like when it comes to the labels of everything, that gets like I get why we have some labels like gay, bisexual, like that makes sense. But then there's the things that, and I understand why we have it is like lesbian, but also not at the same time. Like I get those things as well. Because like
Well,
that's kind of where I sit.
my favorite is when people are like, "Oh yeah, I'm gay," or lesbian, however you want to call it. It's like, just pick a term, please. Pick one universal term. Are you gonna call it gay? Or are you gonna call it lesbian? They don't have gendered terms for it. Please, for the love of God.
Because like the thing is like when it comes to being gay, when it's straight, when it's like male or female, it's just gay. It's homosexual versus lesbian. Well, no, it's homosexual but gay versus lesbian. But like lesbians
We just
call
go back to
themselves
calling
gay.
everyone. Yeah, and like gay people will call somebody specifically lesbian. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Can we just like stick one narrative, please? If we're just gonna call everyone gay, that's fine. If we're just gonna call everyone homosexual, that's fine. If we're just gonna, I mean, you can't call everyone lesbian because what about
Right.
guys?
Yeah. But it's also that like, in my instance, it's like I am almost entirely like when it comes to like sexuality wise, like sexual stuff. Yeah, I am mostly just attracted to females. There are some outliers out there because like there are some men that are legitimately hot and attractive.
Ryan Reynolds. I'm sorry, man. He could ram me any day of the week, and I would not be mad about it. Like,
Fair enough. But
not that it would ever happen, but if Ryan Reynolds ever tried, dude, I'm sorry, but I would leave you for Ryan Reynolds.
damn. I mean, I couldn't blame you at that point because that comes with a nice life too. But
Or Andrew Garfield. I mean,
eh,
just to think about the fact that Ryan Reynolds and Andrew Garfield have kissed before.
I would just like to remind you we're live, so we can't discuss that too much. No.
I mean, my stream is marked as sexually explicit too, so
Yeah. Well, my stream is just
because I didn't.
listed as mature,
My stream is marked for everything because I wasn't sure what we were going into in total.
and now we're here. So
Yeah, it was a good thing, but like, I knew what I was doing when I marked my stream as that. I was doing cocaine. That's what I was doing.
only because I'm getting tired. I would just like to mark that down now. Is that this is only because I'm getting tired.
Say, I'm pretty sure that I like tried to do this earlier.
Oh, I know that's even amount. All right, we're good. Ryuchi. But yeah, but yeah. Oh, the brown property didn't go through, but I don't think that matters.
Oh, damn.
But yeah,
It was close though.
yeah, well,
Still have most of the board.
but yeah, when it comes to that, it's like, romantically, I don't care. Like, gender doesn't matter romantically. But in my experience, men have been just more standoffish and just like not like emotionally open, if that makes sense.
Unfortunately, yes. I've experienced it too much.
Yeah. And it's like it really does depend because like there's also a bit like of like too much openness with it.
Yeah.
It's a very delicate balance,
Yeah.
but like that's true of any gender. Like that's not a gender thing specifically. It's just like if you're breaking down crying every single day to your partner, like you may either just not need to be in a relationship or you need a therapist and like you should not be talking to your partner about that at all. Get a therapist.
It's like that's something that you should be talking to a therapist about, not a partner.
And like if it's causing you to break down every day, that breaks the relationship down over time as well.
Yeah, I mean that's what happened with my last one.
Mm.
It wasn't even me that did it. Like, I just it gets to a point where your other partner physically, like mentally, cannot handle the fact that you're having a breakdown every day. It's not even
Yeah.
them trying to be rude in most cases. It's just like they physically cannot mentally handle the stress of it anymore.
Yeah.
It's like you never know if you're gonna walk home to a happy partner or somebody who's sobbing.
Yeah. And like that's where my last relationship kind of what like with my partner Arthur. And it's like it got to a point where like I couldn't be attracted to him at that point. And I hate saying that because like he's a great guy in overall. And don't get me wrong,
Hmm.
he's an amazing person. But it's also like he and I are both broken trying to work through our own stuff. It just wasn't a good place.
Yeah. I mean, you can add those after I already landed on it. Like, go for it. So glad that you can't add houses to railroads.
Oh yeah.
That would suck.
But yeah, so it's like, and it's a very fine line because it's also like the one thing I think like I didn't learn this until like 3 months ago is you can also fall out of love and fall back into love as well. Like that is a normal thing to happen. Like you lose your attraction to someone for a bit. That doesn't mean
Yeah.
like it's the end of everything. It just means you're human.
Yeah, and that's when polyamory comes in pretty nice too.
Yeah, it comes in clutch.
And well, it's also nice when you can have open communication with your partner about that.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus fuck. Okay. The odds of that happening were very slim. I just want you to know that.
Should have added more houses.
The odds of that right there having happened were very.
Very minimal, but like I'm glad it happened. But
I
yeah, it's
really did not think that was gonna happen.
and like that's the thing is like and that's one thing that I didn't realize is like it's okay to not always be sexually attracted to your partner either.
Yeah. And that's what some people don't understand. It's like you don't always have to be. I mean, there's gonna be some times where you're like, yeah, no, I'm sorry, but
Yeah. And it's also like it's also one of those days where like there are some days it could just feel like a friendship at times, but like that doesn't mean again, it doesn't mean it's the end of things. It just means things aren't going hot and heavy all the time.
yeah, which is not always a bad thing.
No, sometimes it's okay to take a step back and just say, "All right, here's where we're at."
Yeah. Sometimes it's needed, honestly.
Yeah, to take a step back and just rebuild the bonds over time.
We are all just hitting doubles today.
Yep.
This game just really likes doubles.
The difference is I'm not landing on your properties.
Yeah, because you're hacking.
Yeah. But yeah,
Just 'cause you're hacking.
and it's one of those things of like, I am still a very much person. I'm still working through a lot of that of like, devote all my time and energy into this one person because that's again how I was raised,
Yeah.
and I was also raised to always be giving them like 100%. Like, yeah, they can be your shoulder to cry on as well, but like, I was raised with again that mentality of just be strong all the time.
Yeah, I was raised with give 120, but now that I have to give like 140 to work, it makes it hard
Mm.
sometimes to give, 80.
Or even like 20 some days. Like some days I'm just sitting and like you've seen that too. It's like there are days where I'm just sitting here like I can't even give 10%. Like I can give
I
5%. I can
mean,
respond to you, but that's about it.
last night I was just kind of existing
Yeah. That's the wrong
because I
button.
was so drained.
Yeah.
I was kind of just to the point
Oh,
of
wait.
giving like 5%.
Yeah, and that's okay. Like,
Which is what there are those nights, and it's one of those that you have to be able to work through it or else.
or else it's going to break.
Yeah. My God, only one of my cat ears picks up on the microphone for stream.
Damn.
The other side doesn't. And I only know that because I have, so this mic has the ability to pass through the audio so that I
Mm.
can hear what the mic hears.
I wish
So
I had
everything,
that.
yeah. And I have some nice in-ear monitors.
Mm.
So literally the Discord call is running off of the sound coming out of my microphone.
Right.
So I have the feedback running to my microphone.
Mm.
And the Discord call coming out of the earbuds plugged into my microphone. And
Yeah.
then Spotify playing on my headset that's not currently on.
But yeah, it's also like it's very much learning like how it's also like there's a very fundamental difference between adult and child relationships.
Yeah.
And it's like I definitely feel like that's where I'm at right now. I was like I'm still learning that how to be an adult. So I'm still learning properly how to be an adult relationship because like kids in relationships they are so toxic.
Oh, hardcore. Dude, I think
Eh,
back to some of my past relationships and oh, it was bad thinking back on it. Like how I even thought some of the things that we did were a good idea, like
Yeah.
mental health wise. It's like calling for, there was one time where I was on a call with a partner for shit. I think it was like
Four
it was a
days.
couple days straight. Yeah, like 4 days straight. It's like, what do you
You know, you
even?
could just let me win.
No.
You could let me win and we could like, you know, go to bed at a reasonable hour tonight.
See, the difference is I don't have to be up early,
Well, I'm not gonna be at work tomorrow either.
but you're used to going to bed earlier. I'm not. I'm used to going.
Mm,
I'm back to my routine of staying up till 2 or 3 in the morning.
right.
I mean, that's what I did last night. I just had you on call, and I just stayed up till like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah. When I woke up, and like I like waking up in the morning and having you there, you know.
Well, normally it is. I don't know what happened last night, but it says that it disconnected earlier.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, I'm alone in a call. Why am I alone in a call?
Yeah,
Anyway,
normally you're the one who leads the call in the morning.
yeah.
Champagne, cocaine, gasoline. He wants to commit genocide. Bitch. The fuck. This damn game can go suck a
POV, you
dick.
go bankrupt to that instead of me.
Yeah, Pav, I clicked the bankrupt button to that versus you.
God, the pettiness of that.
Yeah, just so that you don't get the properties auto popping into your stuff.
Like I definitely think like I could
Yeah,
play
that's
like
right. Pay me $18.
all right. I definitely feel like I could go to work tomorrow and like, but it's more so just I don't know where things are going and like especially with my head space today, it was just not good. So it's more of a
Only
okay,
that, but that storm stuff can change in literally seconds. Like that shit can change in seconds. That stuff's not stuff to play around with, unfortunately.
right? But yeah, oh look, if only you hadn't mortgaged it off.
You fucking bitch.
Yeah.
If only you would have rolled a 4.
right? But yeah,
Like, imagine.
and that's one thing that's also like that a lot of people are like upset about is like we should be letting parents have the talk with their kids, not the schools. And it's like, yeah, but parents are gonna talk to their kids about safety and like people may have special interests that you may have to be able to accommodate for or not be able to just or know to walk away from that kind of situation too.
And a lot of what the schools are teaching about is like actual helpful stuff when it comes to that stuff. Like, oh yeah, women's reproductive system and how it works and why they have periods and helping
Right.
kids understand that is really beneficial for all genders.
Not just that, but it's also like what they've been teaching. And it's like, oh yeah, gay people exist, but apparently that's too far.
Apparently, which I don't understand that one personally, but
Fucking straight people.
I mean, yeah.
God, I am like getting more and more tired by the minute.
Imagine. I'm gonna fucking jiggle some bells at you, dude.
Okay.
Jiggle my balls at you. I mean bells.
But yeah, it's also like, I do also have my moments where I get like that soft, adorable, like shorter vibe to me, if that makes any sense.
You are short as fuck.
I wish I was
You're what, like 31?
5'7".
Yeah, like I said, you're like 31, and I'm like 5'2".
Yeah.
I can fit underneath a desk to suck someone's dick and not have any issues.
You're just sitting there going oompa loompa doopa dee doo.
Doopity doo. I will suck your dicky.
I will suck your dick too.
Damn, bro. Damn. We can circle jerk if you get down to my level.
Just lays down.
I mean, I've had some people like straight up try to fuck with me like that, and I'm like, dude.
No, I got
And then I
another
just
one in
start
my
yelling,
head.
"Can you hear me up there?"
Yeah. Oh, I got another one for you. Oompa loompa doopa dee doo. God damn, I lost it. Fuck.
I will kick you in your Nico kneecaps.
I kind of want to just bankrupt myself and just be done.
Yeah, and let me win.
But I also don't want to let you win.
You'd be letting me win. Just know that. You would have to live with the consequences of letting me win.
And what are those consequences? Yeah?
Yep. Let's see, that's only what, like $500? That's not that bad.
Sell the houses first, yeah.
It's only $500. It's not too bad.
Watch you get a doubles again and just the two. Meanwhile, that extra $500 is going to go towards more houses on those properties.
Yeah, is that so?
Yeah.
You can suck a dick.
Get down here.
Because you just landed on one of the properties that's mortgaged.
Oh, what the fuck did I just do? The fuck? I don't know what I just did. Oh, there we go.
What are you doing?
What are you doing, step bro? God fucking.
Well, why are you stuck in the washer?
I'm a fat ass. I ate too much butter.
Oh, stepbro, do I need to go get our stepbro to help you out of that washer?
Nah, get the paramedics. They're big and
We can make
beefy.
this a threesome.
They're big and beefy.
Some of them are. Some of them are awfully skinny,
Yeah, that's true.
and some of them are really old and fat. Don't get me wrong, I respect them, but like,
Also, have you seen what I've done? Hotels in the dark blues.
let me roll doubles. Let me roll doubles. No,
Ugh. Well, I mean, you did roll doubles.
I wanted to roll snake eyes, but
What, to end the game?
no. That way I could show you that you can suck my dick.
I mean, a.
That way I can show you some perseverance, motherfucker.
Yeah?
Show you how to really suck dick.
But yeah, and this is the thing I like about live streaming is like the content itself can just carry. Like we don't have to be talking here.
Because you can just, continue to suck at this game.
Me, who's doing better than you overall.
Yeah, because you can just continue to suck at this game.
Yes, says the person with mortgage properties, losing houses. Meanwhile, I have 2 different hotels.
It says coming from the person who sucks at the game.
Ha ha ha! Fuck you. I'll just wait for you to land on my.
Losing. Coming from the person who's gonna sleep quit.
We just hear my head hit the keyboard.
Yeah. I'm gonna remote into your computer and make you quit.
Damn.
Don't play with me. I will remote into your computer and make you click the bankruptcy button like...
Oh, hey, look. You can survive a few more rounds. Yeah, I was about to say, focus on unmortgaging your properties first. Just so you can sell them again later.
Yeah. I just gotta make sure that I have the money to sell. That they're available to sell. At least I have money. Broke ass bitch.
I have $1 for every day of the year.
Somehow, for now.
And now I don't.
Now you don't.
Sorry, that was my milkshake from McDonald's.
Oh yeah. Oh, I might have found a Monopoly, Grey's Anatomy theme for Monopoly Plus.
Nice.
That
Like
I
a
might
mod
host.
add-on, or?
Yeah, that I can host.
Oh, so what was that about? Not having that much money?
Yeah, bitch, broke ass whore. I get enough for about 45 French fries from McDonald's. Singular individual French fries, I mean.
No, it's
Not orders, French
44.
fries. 44, yeah.
Yeah. Damn it.
Haha. Haha. Mr. Dildo Face.
What dildo face?
Yeah, Mr. Dildo Face.
Who's a mystery here, huh?
Okay, Mrs. Dildo Face.
There you go. Oh, Mrs. Are you putting a ring on the finger?
I don't even know the difference between Mrs., Miss, and Ms.
So Miss is non-married. Mrs. is married.
And what is Ms.?
Speech impediment.
Okay. I mean, yeah.
I didn't even think about it.
Shit, I mean, I guess so, yeah. I mean, you would know about that.
I mean, just because I actually have a speech impediment that I dealt with as a little kid, don't mean doesn't
Yeah,
mean
you would know all about
sure.
speech impediments.
Sucking too much dick.
Yeah, you were. That's why you had so many speech impediments. God damn.
The last time I majorly got affected by my speech impediment when I was 3. So let's rethink this line of conversation.
Uh,
Because I do
um,
not like its railroading.
hold up. You know the new TX2 song, Degrade Me?
Oh, fuck yeah. You can degrade
One
me.
of the lyrics is,
Thanks for
I think it's
200.
either that. No, it's either that or it's a, might be another artist, but I swear in the new Degrade Me song, it says something about a doctor pulling down a kid's pants. It might be Young Blood.
Oh, Jesus. Alright, time to donate to charity.
Yeah, is that what you're doing? You're donating to charity? Okay, if that's what you want to say.
Yeah.
Fucking whore.
I'll be your whore. $20.
Damn.
And this is why I call it charity. Oh, my neck. You're gonna
Yeah,
hit
there's one song.
enter.
There's a song that I know that has It's not letting me do anything. Alt or use the yeah, it's literally just not letting me do anything, dude. It's grayed out. All of my options are grayed out.
Damn. Do 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 do. Do 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 do
It won't even
do
let me
do do.
bankrupt.
Watch it force you to have a bot in here, and then the bot just bankrupts immediately.
It says if I don't play within 5 seconds, I'll become auto bankrupted.
I win.
You suck.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
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 I win.
And you swallow.
Spittings for quitters.
Spitters are quitters.
Yep.
Alright, yeah, go suck a dick. You suck, by the way.
AI will take over.
Why? Because I just quit cancel. Because I just just left the game.
Yeah. Straight out mortgaging the Brown property. And ending turn. All right. I'm curious to see where this is gonna go. I mean, you could also watch my stream to figure out where it goes from here.
I could, but
I'm counting this as my win, by the way. Landing on the Pacific Avenue.
mm-hmm.
Mortgaging more properties, too, to stay afloat.
You suck. Is that what that's doing?
Yeah.
Hey, the AI knows what it's doing, man.
Having to mortgage off all 3 yellows?
Why is it mortgaging the yellows first? What, dude?
Oh, and it was doubles, so they have to play again, so they could land on my dark blues.
Dude.
Thankfully, they landed on go, but...
I can't think of the name of the song, but yeah, there's a song that talks about a doctor going behind the curtains as a little kid and doing something. I think it's a Youngblood song
Mm.
because that wouldn't surprise me. Might be a TXT song, I don't remember. There we go. Okay, yeah, it is a Youngblood song. Literally, it says first line, first two lines of the song. All right, kid, how's life? About time that we spoke. Let's talk about the day when you were 7. The doctor took your little dick out and put it straight down his throat.
Damn, Jesus Christ. Also,
That's
I
like
now
the
have
first
hotels
verse.
on dark blues and the greens.
Jesus.
I ain't playing around.
But yeah, this song is fucking ridiculous, dude. Like, somebody.
But yeah, it's also guaranteed that if the storm surge hits the area that I'm in, we are guaranteed to have like 5 feet minimum.
Damn.
Yeah. Like, we have the potential to get up to 10 feet storm surge.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm gonna be really back. I'm gonna be back really quick. I'm gonna go say hi to someone
I.
in a VC.
Mm-hmm. Alright, chat. It's an AI at this point, unfortunately, but I mean, we got this thing in the bag. That's a good one to have.
Well, that was interesting.
Oh.
I joined and there was crying, and then I left.
Jesus.
I joined. They were crying while they were trying to say something, and so I left.
That's yeah, that's fair.
Because I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
nope, nope, not me, not today, not today, Satan.
Oh, I got 10. Cool.
I already made that one server owner that I am friends with mad somehow because I just made a joke about him not working. Like, dude, what?
Bruh.
And he was like, well, you know that I don't work because my daughter's autistic. And I'm like, dude, we just made jokes about Hitler. How the fuck are you taking this offensively?
Yeah. It's also
Me
like
and him have said so much worse to each other.
it's also like you don't work because your daughter's autistic.
Yeah,
Like
it's a little, it's interesting.
like if they have another partner
If
that does
he,
work, I get it. But like if it's just them, then
no,
that's
he's a
BS.
single parent. Yeah. And that's his excuse, which, I haven't really said anything super major about it to him, but like,
Cuz
when you think about it, like, really, dude,
like if
you
anything,
could.
well yeah, your kid needs special attention at that point. You still
But
have
you
to be
should
able
be
to
getting government
provide.
assistance.
Yeah.
If it's that bad that you cannot work, you should be getting government assistance for that.
Yeah.
And at that point, like, he also lives with family members. Like, why can't they take care of him
Yeah.
or take care of the kid while
Kid,
he's
yeah.
gone? Like,
And the thing is, like, there's no way we can talk about that and it not be controversial.
oh yeah, it's 100% gonna be controversial. Like, I don't get it. Yeah. I mean, I can see both views of it. That's my problem. Like, I
Yeah.
can see both sides of it. It's just one of those. Oh well. It was one of those I didn't mean to piss him off, but at the same time, like, dude, it was a
Don't.
joke and you know it.
Yeah.
We were just joking about Hitler. That's like us. We just went from joking about nuclear bombs to joking about Hitler, and you got offended by Hitler, but not nuclear bombs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Like you can't pick and choose offended.
Yeah, like especially if we're in an NSFW chat, making some
Yeah.
really fucked up jokes in the first place.
Also, they're rolling really well, so like they haven't landed on the greens or blues again. That's kind of pissing me off.
Uh-huh. Okay, be back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
I
But yeah, that's just because the AI is better than me.
I mean,
I
clearly
don't know
you
what to
couldn't even
say.
press a button.
Oh, go suck a dick.
I'd be calling this stream at 1 a.m. If it's not over by 1 a.m., I'm calling it. Only because, like, again, the stream was started late for it to be like a quick, like, hour long thing. And we're almost 2 hours in already. Put up,
Okay, you queer baiting indulgent ass whore.
what?
What?
What does that even mean?
I don't know, man. I looked at my monitor and that was one of the lyrics to the song. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Okay, that right there just explain that. I shouldn't say justify. That doesn't fit there. It explains it.
Yeah.
I already said I'm calling the stream at like 1 a.m. Like if it's the game's on at 1 a.m., I'll just forfeit it. Not a problem. It's not a big deal.
I already ended mine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you kind of had to
Yeah.
because you
But
couldn't press a
now I
button.
can sit here and watch Hulu and talk to
Hell
you.
yeah.
Because I got you on my earbuds, and then I got Hulu
I might call the
on
stream
my
soon
monitor.
just because, like,
Because of your sleepy ass.
yeah. It's also like it's playing against an AI for the stream. It's not like, oh, hey, oh, it's, oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Which it may have just ended because I said that too, and I find that funny. Yeah. Yep, I just won the game. So I beat
Damn.
you.
No, you beat the AI.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Anyone who
Because the
stopped into
AI
the
took over for
stream.
me.
Anyone who stopped into the stream, thanks for watching. I'm a go.
Have fun. Don't commit genocide.
Or do.
Or preferably don't.
Bye bye.